have head covers that got the United logo. My yardage book holder has the logo on. I used a bag at the Open Championship this year, the year just gone, that was literally red and white stripes and had the logo on. Many times got to Sheffield United games streaming on my phone as whilst I'm practicing.
It is the youngest Englishman to reach 5 European Tour wins. Initially a star in the amateur golf scene, he went to the US to go to college, but he didn't like it, so he decided to just turn pro. And what a good decision that was. He's also a massive blade. Matthew Thomas Fitzpatrick. Matt, welcome. How are you?
Thank you. Yeah, very good. Thank you. Very good. No complaints.
Good stuff. Thank you very much for joining us today. We had a little chat off air, and where are you right now, Matt? Would you like to tell the audience?
Yeah, I'm currently in Florida. So this is kind of where I'm based for my job, if you can call it that anyway. So yeah, here pretty much all year round and play tournaments from here. So yeah. Excellent.
What course are you on exactly right now?
My course here is called the Bears Club. So I've been here since 2017, and this is where I do sort of the main bulk of my practice. And many times got to Sheffield United games streaming on my phone as whilst I'm practicing.
You're the only person doing that probably in the history of that course.
Definitely. People always ask me, "What the hell are you doing?" And I'm like, "I got to watch United."
They're like Manchester United, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. Yes. Yeah.
I can imagine. There's probably a few other Uniteds, Newcastle United before us, but obviously we're the first ever United. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah,
exactly.
There you go. So anyway, let's get on to this. We'll crack on, talk about a bit about golf first of all, and then we'll get on to blade stuff in a little bit. So first of all, what is your favourite golf course you've played on tour?
Favorite one played on tour would have to be Augusta. It's where normally the first major of the year is. It's just the whole atmosphere of the place, and the condition is sort of pristine, and there's nothing out of place. So I would have to give it that one. Yeah.
Excellent. The Ryder Cup now. What's it like, and what's it like in that whole team experience? Is it as great as what it seems?
Yeah, it's very different. It's very different. It's, obviously week in, week out, I'm used to being on my own, and then all of a sudden for this 1 week a year, you're part of the team. But it is so much fun to play it and be part of it. And I know for a fact that everyone on the team wishes it was more regular, really, just because of the great week that we have. Unfortunately, not had the best results as of late, but hopefully turn it around in the next few years.
What would be your dream Ryder Cup foursomes partner?
I'd probably have to say Rory McIlroy. So playing sort of foursomes or four ball with Rory would be a lot of fun.
Sorry, Matt, I thought you were going to say me for a second then, but fair enough. Rory McIlroy.
Do you play, Nick? Do you play?
I don't actually.
Does he play?
I've got one sport that I'm all right at, and that's football, and I'm not very good anymore. Yeah. So we'll leave it.
That's all that matters. That's the best sport anyway. Golf's not very good anyway.
Is that how you feel?
Oh, football's the best sport by a mile for me. Yeah. It's by far my favourite sport. Yeah.
Love that a lot. So when you're partnering up in tournaments, who do you enjoy playing rounds with, or who do you just like to chat to?
Yeah, I've probably a lot of the sort of the English. Tyrrell Hatton is kind of a good pal of mine, and obviously spend a little bit of time with Rory at tournaments. Martin Keimer is also a good friend. German, plays in the European Tour and a bit on the PGA Tour, and but I think the thing is for me, I go to tournaments. I'm there to try and win, and it's all right. I'll play with these guys and I'll have a good time in practice. But then obviously when it comes to the tournament, you kind of just everyone's in it for themselves. So there's obviously a bit more of a serious nature to it once Thursday comes. So that's for me is kind of I prefer to just kind of keep myself to myself and get on with what I need to do, really.
I like that, and I can relate to that as well. So I'd love to get my nephews into golf. I think that it's just a fabulous sport. But what do you think can be done maybe to speed up the game, speed up play, and maybe get more kids involved and interested in golf?
I think it's a tough one because I think there's loads of people that's trying to do this all the time and trying to find new ways. And I think maybe at first for juniors, just reducing the amount of holes that they need to play and just to keep it much quicker rounds. I mean, your average round at a club is probably 3.5 hours, and it's probably a long time for juniors to keep their attention for that long. So I think playing half as many holes, 9 holes, would be good fun. And I think having groups, little games and stuff, I think that probably sort of adds a little bit of competition to it too. So I think that kind of helps juniors get into it.
On to the Sheffield United part now. And how long have you been a Sheffield United fan?
Since before I was born, I think.
No choice.
But I mean, I can't even remember. We've had season tickets for forever, really. We kind of had a brief spell just about as when I turned pro, where we didn't have a season ticket and we lost it, which is sad because the seats that we had were great and knew the people around us. And but then since then I've made sure that I get them back and eventually, hopefully, one day get the same seats back and sort of keep renewing it, really. So I've been a fan ever since I was little.
I know what you want to ask, Nick. I'll ask it for you. Whereabouts when you sit, do you sit? Because Nick's going to try and work out, because Nick and I were like yards away without even knowing before we knew each other.
Really? That's so funny.
So where do you sit when you did have season tickets?
When we did in the South Stand, but like
same, yeah,
probably like I want to say, I think I remember it like row E or F, gangway E, maybe.
It's miles away.
Basically in the middle. Basically, like right in the middle. I don't know how my dad got them, but they were great. They were great seats.
Yeah, that's good seats.
And I've got a season ticket now, and I couldn't tell you where the seats are. I've not actually been yet. So.
I did that as well because I've lived in 6 different countries whilst being a season ticket holder, and like not being able to go, obviously. I'm not a multi-millionaire and they scrapped Concord, so I often wouldn't make it. So I can totally relate to that. Sometimes it's the case of just knowing you are supporting the club in some way. Yeah,
exactly. And that for me is what I like. If I am at home, I can go. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to try to get tickets, or I've got a ticket constantly where I would like to sit rather than somewhere you might not want to.
I'm not sure you'd struggle if you rang up.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess. But still, even so, it's nice to have your own seats.
Absolutely. Hey, if Nick and I can swing it, you can definitely swing it. Now, which blade, past or present, do you think would make a good golfer? Or maybe you know of some former players that are good golfers.
I know a few. Yeah, I know a few. I know. I've played a few rounds with Billy, a few with Jags, a bit with Simon Moore. Those 3 were obviously when Simon and Jags were at the club. They played a lot, I think, but. Jags is a decent player. Yeah, Jags is a decent player. So, as for the other lads, I know that some aren't bad, but I couldn't tell you how good the others. Those are the only 3 really that I've played a little bit with, to be honest.
Yeah, they were all really, really close friends, weren't they? Simon Moore, Jags, and Billy. What are they like on a golf course to have a bit of banter with?
They're good. Yeah, they're good. Sharpie loves it. He absolutely loves it. Loves golf, and he's, as you can imagine on the pitch, they all want to win, so it's very competitive when we played, and we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So have you ever played golf with stadium announcer Gary Sinclair?
I've not played with him, but probably one of my first years when I was professional, he came to the Middle East, and I was in Abu Dhabi playing a tournament, and I was like, that's Gary who does the announcing for Sheffield United. And then then we ended up meeting up, and he kind of followed me for a couple of days and stuff, and he was just there, I think on a bit of a small holiday, and it was a small world.
That must be mad for Gary Sinclair getting recognised by someone more famous than Gary Sinclair.
Yeah, he's a great bloke. We had a good laugh actually, and yeah, I think he enjoyed his time.
He is a great bloke, actually. I remember when I was probably about 19, and I literally just wrote on the old Blades United forum that my dream was to be the stadium announcer at Sheffield United. And Gary, he reached out to me, and he gave me,
really?
Yeah, he gave
and
me
he
his
said,
number.
"No chance, mate.
He
no
did.
chance."
He
He
did.
said it's my job.
He did, but he did it in a very nice way.
Yeah.
And I've got a lot of respect for the man. So anyway, you've got Blades golf memorabilia, don't you? I mean, you put some stuff on Twitter. Talk us through what you've got.
Yeah. I got various bits and pieces. Like I have head covers that got the United logo. My yardage book holder has the logo on. What else have I got? I used a bag at the Open Championship this year, the year just gone, that was literally red and white stripes and had the logo on. So yeah, got to do my bit and get it on and get it to certainly bringing it over to America. I think there's a big market to pick up a few fans over here.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking about the Blades again, so what was your first year supporting the Blades?
The first years that I kind of really remember, probably just before. Well, no, really, it was obviously Warnock was in charge, and I can't remember what year it was exactly, but it was when we went on the really good cup run against Leeds.
02, 03.
I always forget. Yeah, I always forget
Triple
what year it is.
season.
But it's like Peter Unlove, and I remember one of the other games. I was at the game where it was abandoned against West Brom.
Mm-hmm.
So Patrick Sufo era and all them, and so yeah, those are the kind of years that sort of stick out as the first ones, and then obviously getting promoted first time with Warnock and everything that sort of came after that.
Wow, what a time to really start getting into United. And I got to say that, Matt, for you, our channel's perfect because for some reason it's players from that era, isn't it, Nick, that we seem to get on more than any other.
Well, it's so funny. I know. So I've seen that, and I keep meaning to watch them all, and I've just not got round to it. But like, I'm thinking every single one. I'm like, I know them all from like when I was younger. It's crazy.
All right, we'll re-edit that bit, Matt. Right? and you say, I've seen them all and they're fantastic.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're a busy man. We'll let you off.
We'll let you off. Guy.
Do you have a favorite moment, kind of as a Blades fan? Favorite season or
a memory of any kind?
I mean, there's loads. Like the one that always sticks out is the Leeds one. Is when we beat Leeds, because I remember they scored first and I was like almost in tears. I can't remember how old I was, and so that turning that one round, and then you got Michael Brown's volley against Wednesday. Anytime he beat Wednesday, I think probably the big one that's most recent for me that really like stood out was when we beat them 4-2 away. That I was in the away end that year, and it just blew me away. It was just mental. It was just crazy how it all panned out, and it was that was special. That was special.
It was special. I think a lot of Blades would say, certainly of a certain vintage, that Duffy goal might genuinely be up there with one of the greatest goals in terms of emotion.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. It's one of the best moments ever, I think, of the club.
Yeah, got to agree with that. I was in Canada at the time, so not quite as close as you. Something I'll never forgive myself for. I'm just going to say a name, and I want your thoughts. Chris Wilder.
I thought there might be a sigh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, God, isn't he? He's the best. Yeah, he's the best manager. I never obviously didn't see the Dave Bassett era, but yeah, he's the best manager we've ever had by a distance, in my opinion. What he did with the lads and everything. And don't get me wrong, the players, they performed. They did what he asked. But Chris is very, very special manager, and obviously ties that he has with the club, it made it all the sweeter when while he was in charge.
I've seen an interview with you and Chris Wilder. I think it was Sky Sports, possibly on their YouTube channel. Are you big mates with Chris, or do you still keep in contact with him every now and then and stuff?
Yeah, we message every now and again, and he loves his golf as well. So I've played golf with him a couple of times, and I know he watches the golf a little bit as well. So we've exchanged messages. I've not quite sent in the begging text yet to come back, but we'll wait on that for a bit longer. I'll speak to him every now and again. Yeah.
One thing I really respect about you is on Twitter, when you talk about the blades, you don't hold back. You let people know what you really think. And there must be like several people thinking, really? I mean, this guy could, in theory, be mingling with members of the board at any time when he comes back to Bramall Lane, but you don't hold back.
Yeah. For me, the big thing is, like, obviously, I'm in a very lucky position. I've met quite a few of the players now that play for the team. And like, me being a golfer, I kind of roughly know what it's like to be in the heat of the moment and kind of things happen, it's not how you want it to happen. So I would never really blame the players, and certainly the ones that I know, I actually know what it means to them as well. And so I would never go down that road.
Have you got a favorite blades player of all time?
I'd probably say it was Steve Cabba.
Cabba-dabba-doo.
Or it'd be 𝐍𝐸𝐫𝐿𝐶. Yeah, it'd be 𝐍𝐸𝐸𝐿𝐶, yeah.
Matt FitzPatrick, thank you for your time. Best of luck for the future. And hopefully when you are back at Bramall Lane, we can actually say hello to you in the flesh.
Perfect. Thank you.